Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say shit with attitude, super duper morning show. I got some guests joining me in the building, all the way from Montserrat. Yes, sir. We got to say good morning to Charisse and Shanae. Good morning, ladies. How you doing?
Morning.
Good morning, super. Good morning, St.Maarten.
Yes, good to have the both of you here this morning with us. So you guys are here for Smart, right? Smart 2026.
Correct.
Yes. So that went down for the week.
Yes, from the 22nd to the 26th.
Okay, now
Today.
Charisse says you have to excuse her voice. She's been doing a lot of talking in the last few days, so her voice is going a little bit. But, you know, she's here to talk a little bit about her experience here in St.Maarten when it comes to Smart, and also tell us a little bit about Montserrat. I've heard a lot about Montserrat. One thing that when you hear about Montserrat, the first thing I think about is the volcano. I think that's what everybody thinks about. But there's much more to Montserrat than just that volcano, right?
Oh, yes.
And you guys celebrating St. Patrick's Day, which I also heard is a big thing.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So tell us a little bit about Montserrat and what you guys did for Smart while you were here.
Okay. So this is our second year taking part in Smart after we've had a pause. It's been good to be back. Smart is a great forum for an island like Montserrat,
Right.
who's trying to build the awareness of the country and let people know about the products that we're offering.
Okay.
It puts us in front of tour operators, travel agents who are looking for something different. And Montserrat has exactly that.
Right.
So it's been a wonderful couple of days, having discussions and networking even with our fellow tourist boards, you know, because now that we have services going to Montserrat via Winair, you know, there's endless possibilities with the other islands, especially with St.Maarten, so that you can have a dual holiday. So we've been having discussions with even the St.Maarten Tourist Board.
Okay.
You know, we've spoken to St. Eustatius, Anguilla, you know, to build those relationships, to see the possibilities, you know, that their guests can spend a couple of days with them, and they can also come on over, island hop over to Montserrat, and have a 2-for-1 holiday.
Nice.
So it's been a great experience having that opportunity to be front and focused with these persons.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. So from St.Maarten to Montserrat, what's the flight time you would say?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, just 30 minutes, a hop, skip it away from St.Maarten to Montserrat. So, you know, St.Maarten, you know, we offer, as we say, sun, sand, and sea. What does Montserrat have to offer? Because, like you said, you know, it's a gem within the Caribbean, and not too much people, you know, really think about. When they think about vacation in the Caribbean, the first thing they think about is, you know, the Jamaicas, you know, the USVIs, Bahamas, and all of that. They forget about us small islands. But what does Montserrat have to offer as well?
So, like you said, like I just said, it's 30 minutes away from St.Maarten. Winair is offering flights to Montserrat directly 3 days a week.
Okay.
So that's on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. So you can come on over to Montserrat. So what's there to experience? Unlike other Caribbean destinations, we're mostly known for like ecotourism, wellness, you know, adventure tourism. So like you would have said, we have our Safari Hill volcano. And from our eruption in 1995, we've now actually made it one of our star attractions that persons or visitors can now come to Montserrat and do a guided tour into our buried city of Plymouth, which was our former capital.
Right.
So you can actually go in and immerse yourself and actually see all the devastation that would have happened to our former capital of Plymouth, as well as we opened a new tour, which is called the St. George's Fort, which was an old fort back in the day, but now it has spectacular views of the volcano as well as the old capital of Plymouth.
Okay.
As well as that, you know, we have our diverse hiking trails that you can go on with by a tour guide or on your own. We also have kayaking, scuba diving, boat tours, turtle watching, bird watching. We also have black sand beaches, and we have one white sand beach, which is called Rendezvous Beach.
Okay.
That can only be accessed via either kayak or a boat ride over. And as well, you know, we have our National Trust that offers a botanical garden for those that are interested in like our flora and fauna, as well as our National Museum.
Okay, all right. When it comes to national food, when I come to like Montserrat, what is a dish that I must have? Dish and a drink.
goat water.
Goat water.
Yes, goat water is our national dish.
Okay.
Best in the Caribbean. And it's from our Afro-Irish heritage. So people like to say it's similar to the Irish stew.
Okay.
So it's goat meat in a broth, and you eat it with bread, or you can have it with rice.
Okay.
And in terms of the drink, we do have our local rum, which is the bush rum, and it's said to be quite potent. Once you drink it, you get some hairs on your chest.
Okay.
So it's one you must try when you come. And during St. Patrick's, there's a special drink that is on sale, and that is called the green bee, and it is incredible.
Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't bring none for us this morning?
You have
it's
to
too
come.
early.
You have to
I gotta come to
have
get
it.
there.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Now, you said the eruption happened back in 1995.
It started in 95. Yes.
Started in 95. You were around then, Shanae?
No.
No, so you didn't experience it.
No.
Oh, so what about you, Sharice? I mean, it's so strange to think that something so destructive could now create something for the island of Montserrat, where now many people, like you said, are now flocking just for them to witness. Yeah. How was that experience for you when it happened, and now the transition from destruction to now creating another aspect of tourism for you guys?
Okay, well, yes, I was there when the volcano started. I was young, so it was kind of like a little bit of a curiosity for me, seeing the different changes, the dome growing, the dome collapsing. At nights, you sometimes will see the dome glowing because of the lava streaks. And it was amazing to look at as a child.
Okay.
Sometimes when I go to visit my grandmother, I'll be like, please glow for me. I want to see. Because when the rocks are running down the sides of the dome, you can actually see the flames. So it was quite intriguing for me as a young girl.
Right.
Of course, I didn't like the fact that I had to leave my house, had to stay in shelters, and then eventually my family and we moved to the UK.
Okay.
And then after a while, I decided, I wanted to come back and contribute to my country. So I relocated back to Montserrat, and Montserrat's been growing, in more ways than one, because yes, the population went right down to 1,500, and we are very thankful to our regional brothers and sisters who came over and lived in Montserrat and helped bring the numbers back up, so that we can have our home for our family, our diaspora, to come back home and be able to celebrate the different festivals or even reconnect with their roots. So we're very thankful for that. Even in tourism, the volcano, when it erupted, a lot of people thought the island would have,
that was it. Yeah,
that was it for us, and now, as you see, we have a whole sleet of things that you can experience when you come to Montserrat. And yes, the volcano is part of it. The volcano has even assisted in terms of the sand mining industry, where we're now exporting aggregates to other islands such as St.Maarten from the material that came from the Soufriere Hills volcano. So although there's been tragedy, there is opportunity within that tragedy, and as one minister once said, we're turning ash into cash.
Nice.
In Montserrat.
Okay. Yes. All right. So like Shanae mentioned, basically once that eruption happened, that was the end of the capital, so the capital had to be moved actually.
Plymouth is still the capital. We have Braids, that is the capital de facto, so it's our temporary capital. So anytime you're searching for Montserrat, you will still see Plymouth come up as
the capital,
because that hasn't changed.
Okay, all right. Are there any plans? Because I do know that around the area is still a what do you call it? Like a restrictive zone. Is that still in place?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is. We have our Montserrat Volcano Observatory, which the MVO, and they are in charge of monitoring the volcano, everything that happens. They actually give us a lot of updates on everything that happens with the volcano, so we know exactly what's going on. We're safe, visitors are safe, they post on their social media, so they're responsible for ensuring that, anything that goes on with the volcano, that we are notified about it.
Okay.
And
go
also,
ahead.
to add to what Shirley say, every 12 o'clock there is a sound like Big Ben in the UK. That's actually the sirens that the MVO and the MCA, that they test them every single day at 12
Every
o'clock.
single day at 12.
Yes.
So if you're in Montserrat visiting and you hear 12 o'clock a sound, don't be alarmed. It's just to test.
Yes.
To test. Yeah, I know they do that. Like when I was living in the Netherlands, every first Monday of the new month, you would hear these sirens go off as well at 12 o'clock. So yeah, but as you live there, you get used to it. But this is every day though.
Every day, because
Every
we have
day.
to make sure the equipment is working.
Right.
Remember, the volcano is still active.
Still active, right?
Yes.
Okay. So for now, there's no plans to do any development close by because, like you said, it's still active.
It is.
Right.
It is. The closest we've been doing is the sand mining and the tours that we do through Plymouth.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you mentioned festivals. What about carnivals and other celebrations in Montserrat? Do you have like a season when you do that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have our carnival, which is in December, from mid-December to the beginning of January.
Okay.
So it normally ends on the 1st of January. So Christmas and New Year's during our carnival.
Oh, that gotta be crazy.
Yeah.
As the young people say, lit.
So yeah, we have usual soca, calypso competitions, pageants, juvie. We have our parade day with our costumes on the 1st.
Okay.
As well as we have our regional Queens of Queens calypso competition, which is a big thing for our carnival, where the top female calypsonians from the region come over to Montserrat and they compete for the title of Queen of Queens in Montserrat.
It's Lioness War.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Okay.
Then we also, of course, like you mentioned, have our St. Patrick's Festival that happens yearly in March. It's normally 10 days from the 7th to the 17th, as we're the only country outside of Ireland that celebrates it as a public holiday.
Right.
So on the 17th is actually a holiday for us in Montserrat, and it's 10 jam-packed days of activities, from day fetes, night fetes. We have cultural shows, we have lectures, to celebrate our Afro-Irish heritage.
Right.
So that's our St. Patrick's. We also have our
before you move, so that connection with you guys in Ireland is because a lot of people immigrated too. What was the story behind it?
Okay, so in 1768, it's a dual story. In 1768, on St. Patrick's Day,
Right.
our slaves chose that time because these plantation owners would have been drunk and they'd be partying. So they chose that opportunity to try and have an uprising.
Okay.
The uprising failed, but they were one of the first to actually try for our freedom to escape. So we celebrate their bravery.
Right.
For that's the African element. And then, excuse me, the Irish elements come from the fact that we've had Irish Catholics who ran away from persecution in St. Kitts.
Okay.
And they settled in Montserrat. Many of them became the same plantation owners. So we have places in Montserrat with Irish names. We ourselves, the people, have Irish surnames.
Okay.
The stamp you receive in your passport when you step into Montserrat is that of the Shamrock. And on our coat of arms, it's Lady Erin. So there's a lot of Irish elements still exist within our history and our heritage. So that's why I say we celebrated dual food.
Okay.
Yes.
Got you. All right, Shanae, continue. You wanted to continue?
Yeah, so also coming up in July, we have our Calabash Festival, which is from the 18th to the 26th this year, which celebrates our arts and our food. From the calabash fruit, we, make different things out of it, like bags, cutlery, bowls.
Right.
So we have a whole week of activities then. We also have our local trade show, which is called the Produce in Montserrat Expo, where everything produced in Montserrat is on showcase, as well as we also have day fetes, night fetes. One big fete that happens during Calabash is called Cala Splash. It's a beach party held at one of our beaches called Old Roads Bay.
Right.
It's a big thing. Everybody comes down with their swimsuits, have fun. We actually have a band from Antigua called Caution Band. I don't know.
Yes, Caution, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be in Montserrat for Cala Splash for that event. So that's our Calabash. We also have a food fair during that time as well, where you can get our local food. Like Sharice would have said, our national dish, the goat water. We get like duknas, everything local at our food fair. Then we have our literary fest, which is in November, which is everything book lovers. Book lovers haven. You have our authors, storytellers. We have stories at the library. Authors will release their books.
Right.
That happens during Lit Fest in November.
Okay. All right. So we have the Montserrat Tourism Authority here with us, joining us this morning, Ms. Sharice and Ms. Shanae. And where did the name Montserrat come from? Because it's a very, very unique, special name. So give us the history of the name Montserrat.
Okay, so just like with St.Maarten, where you have 1493 is a special
Right.
year for you.
Mm-hmm.
1493 is a special year for us
Okay.
because that's when it is alleged that Christopher Columbus discovered Montserrat. And when he saw Montserrat, he said it resembled a monastery in Spain called Santa de Monserrate.
Ah, okay.
But our colloquial and Arawak name is actually the Aliogana. But Christopher Columbus gave us the name Montserrat. From the rock,
Okay.
Santa de Monserrate.
Okay, all right. So what do you call people from Montserrat?
Montserratian.
Montserratians.
Yes.
Okay, all right. just was wondering. All right. So don't forget, Montserrat is definitely a place that you should put on your bucket list.
Yes.
You should visit and come on by. Do you have any because here in St.Maarten sometimes we have like our peak tourism seasons, we have our low seasons. You guys have that as well?
We do.
Yeah.
Very similarly, ours is from November straight through to May.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have our low season, which is around now.
Right.
May, June, July, August, and then it goes back up for October. Coming back up, the season
Okay.
goes back up. But especially for us, in terms of our visitor numbers,
Mm-hmm.
we do get a lot of persons that come over during March because
Mm-hmm.
it's St. Patrick's.
St. Patrick's, right.
I mean, one year we had over 3,000 people on island that came just for St. Patrick's.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So when Sinead explained the activities, St. Patrick's is a really big thing for
Mm-hmm.
us. And if you are coming for St. Patrick's, you have to book all now.
Okay.
All now you should be
Yeah.
booking for St. Patrick's. Otherwise, you will probably not be able to get accommodation or transportation.
Right.
Because people book a year in advance.
Okay.
It's that big and that important.
All right.
Especially to our diaspora.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our carnival in Christmas. That's another time of the year that we see the numbers will increase.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do have a lot of excuse me, a lot of diasporans that come back to celebrate with their family.
Right.
But a lot of persons also come to celebrate the carnival
Mm-hmm.
with us. And we are opening an invitation to St.Maarten
Yeah.
to come on over and celebrate carnival in Montserrat. And if you still have your costumes, bring them with you.
Bring them too, okay.
And let us jam on the road, you
Nice,
know.
all
we
right.
have Juve as well, so we can wake up early in the morning and we can start the session, get the partying going into the new year.
All right.
So you can go to St. Kitts or you can come on
Come
over
to Montserrat.
Montserrat.
All right, so check it out. Well, thank you again, ladies, for joining us today. I got a special request to tell you good morning from Carl's. Yeah. Set to wish you both a very, very good morning. Before you leave, have one more question for you, which is our question of the day. You can find that on our Facebook page, facebook.com/laser101. All right, so Charisse and Shanae, let us know if you could erase one specific chore from your life forever, which one would it be?
As in household chores?
Yes.
Washing
Washing
the dishes.
dishes.
Watch it. Sounds like you have a lot of dishes at home and you guys don't like to do that. All right. So that's today's question of the day. Well, thank you again, Charisse and Shanae. If persons want to get more information on Montserrat, do you have social media pages? Is there a website that we could visit?
Yeah, so you can visit our website at visitmontserrat.com, or you can follow us, and you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, on Island of Montserrat.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you very much to the both of you, and much success, and hope to see you soon. But this time I'll be over there.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All
And you'll
right.
come on our radio station. And
For sure.
big up St. Maarten.
I'll join you guys. That's no problem.
And let me just say one
Yes,
thing.
go
Just
ahead.
to remind persons, Winair is flying to Montserrat direct, 30 minutes, on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. You can come and spend a weekend. You can come and spend a week. Come and enjoy our peace, our tranquility, our safety, and our no traffic jams. Okay?
Oh, that sounds good. All right. Thank you again, ladies, for joining us. Laser 101 Station with Attitude, Super Duper Morning Show.